This is architect Amit Murao. I'm a partner in Aashray Design Consultants, New Delhi. I did my graduation from School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi. Thereafter, I joined architect L.A. Murthy, who founded this organization about 31 years ago. As a team, we are architects, engineers, interior designers, and landscapers. We are working on pan-India basis and also in abroad. So as far as my journey into architecture is concerned, when I started, I was just concerned about aesthetics at that time. Then during the course of my career, slowly and steadily, I started realizing the importance of functionality. I mean, obviously our faculties also taught us this, but somehow we were mostly motivated towards the aesthetic aspect of architecture. But then during the course of my career, with the guidance of Murthy sir, I started realizing the importance of functionality in a building. So our design ideology is actually to design buildings and spaces which have a very fine balance between aesthetics and functionality. Moreover, we also try to integrate technology as much as we can during the design process, because we feel that it certainly adds a lot of value in the entire design process and also in the final output. So as a firm, we are quite diversified and we do industrial, warehousing, healthcare, commercial, institutional, residential and interior projects. Within the industrial sector, we are doing automotive projects, food industries, pharma, electronics, packaging, etc. Overall, we have done more than 500 industrial projects till date. In warehousing sector, we are doing Delhi NCR's largest RCC warehouse, that is a multi-level warehouse having an area of approximately 4 lakh square feet. We are also doing a warehousing project in Sohna that has an area of approximately 8 lakh square feet. We are also about to start a logistic park project having a site area of approximately 85 acres in Maharashtra. Coming to the healthcare sector, I would like to share our first international multi-speciality hospital project that we are doing in Nairobi, Kenya. So this is a approximately 3 lakh square feet built-up area project having 250 beds in total. It is a 25-floor building and we have a helipad on top. So I'm sure once the project is completed, it will be one of a kind project in Nairobi. In commercial sector, we have done a couple of commercial towers in Gurgaon. We are also doing numerous corporate interior projects across NCR. In residential typology, we are doing all sort of projects, be it a farmhouse, builder floors or individual houses. I would also like to mention that we are doing the renovation of famous Sai Baba temple at Lodhi Road, New Delhi. So as far as building materials are concerned, as architects and designers, we are getting so many options nowadays from various brands. However, whenever we start designing any project or any space, we form a mood board. We have a collection of all these relevant materials that we'll be using in that specific project or area. So let's say we are using some stone or some tile, we have a cut piece of that. We use veneers a lot, we use different sort of plyboards, etc. So we have samples of all these things, maybe paint, glass, etc. So we have a collection of all these elements with us and we create some sort of a mood board. And that thing is typically what is sent to the client also for the approval of all these materials. Once the materials are finalized, then we integrate all these materials in our 3D views. So ultimately the client can also appreciate that, okay, yes, I had approved this material and now I can see this in 3D. So once the 3D is approved, then the same thing is executed on site. So this is how we go about this entire process of using different sort of building materials. The kind of materials that are available today were not available 10 years ago. So it has sort of helped us in exploring more, innovating more, and we can certainly create better designs considering the kind of options that we have today. As architects and designers, we always try to create projects which can last decades and can serve their intended purpose. We always try to have that sort of a connection and relation with our client that even after 10 years, they should continue liking their home. I think is our responsibility. Whatever we are doing, we should do it very, very meticulously. We should justify our profession and we should design buildings and spaces which continue to last. They look beautiful after decades also. and ultimately the end user should be satisfied. So that is our ultimate goal. If we are designing a residence for a client, if we are designing a factory for a client, ultimately whosoever the end user is, they should be satisfied. And if they are satisfied, we feel that we have done a good job. So I would like to talk about a residential project that we did for very famous singer Aashray Design. And this house was built on 1100 yards of plot. Since he's a singer, we wanted to do something very creative for him. So we designed a spiraling sculptural sort of a form which was articulated using a single plane. It was a very different form, very unconventional, so to speak, for a residential project, but it was very different. So what was happening is that as you enter, there is a lawn in the front, then we entered into a semi-open space, we have a lounge area, on the rear side we have a swimming pool, and there is a staircase which takes us onto the first floor level. So on the first floor we have a huge master bedroom, approximately 600 square feet, which is practically connected with the washroom. So we have a huge sliding door. Once you open that door, the bedroom and the washrooms are actually connected. So it is a very different spatial experience altogether. And as we move on to the second floor, there is a home theater, there is a music studio. So very interesting project for us. And as far as materials are concerned, overall it had a very contemporary feel to it, very modern looking building. But then we had introduced veneers at very strategic locations just to create a little bit warmth into the space, just to have that perfect balance between these contemporary materials and something as warm as wood and veneer. So it was a very good balance between these two contrasting materials. So overall the project came out really nice and the client was quite satisfied.